I'm still going on about Scottish beer. This time now, I'm going to be explaining a bit about 60 shilling, well, going into more detail about what it really looked like to go along with my What is 60 shilling post. And we're looking at a beer which is from the 1880s, 1885 Thomas Usher 60 shilling B. I'm not quite sure what the B stands for. Could stand for bottling. Again, this is not the modern type of 60 shilling. This is the Shilling Ale type, so one of the indigenous ales of Scotland, things that were around before stuff was introduced from England, like pale ale. Whereas the modern type of 60 shilling is a type of pale ale, a very weak one, and one which does a good imitation of mild, but it's still a pale ale, really, in essence. Another very simple recipe, just base malt and sugar. A single type of pale malt, not sure where it came from, because quite often Thomas Usher were using, well, not malt, but barley that came from all over the world. So it could have come from anywhere, the barley, but it would have been malted in the UK, quite likely in Scotland. I've just guessed that the sugar, because it doesn't describe what it is, I've guessed it's unrefined cane sugar. Could be wrong, could be invert, could be something else. They're very vague in this period. It's only really when you get into the 20th century that they start being more specific about the sugar. Often in the 19th century, they just say saccharum or sugar or invert, so incredibly vague. This beer is very lightly hopped, and it has just a bit over half the hops that one of Usher's pale ales would have had, which again would have been more lightly hopped than English equivalent. So a very lightly hopped beer, even though it still comes out at 39 IBUs. That would be considered virtually unhopped by 19th century standard, well, 19th century UK standards, where the hopping was very heavy. The attenuation is pretty poor, which is fairly typical of Shilling Ales. So it's, yeah, under 65% attenuation, which leaves it at a fairly feeble 3.5% ABV. Unusually, all the hops are foreign, even though a lot of foreign hops were used. There's usually some English hops in there as well. So this one is all Californian or Alsace, which are, well, Californian's fairly typical. Alsace, not so much, though they did get quite a few, I think, because they were relatively cheap, the Alsace hops. This being a time when Alsace was part of Germany rather than France, as it comes between the 1870 war and 1914. This type of beer is not brewed at all today. I don't think anyone brews anything that could be described as a Shilling Ale, and especially not anything this weak. So it's really an extinct style of beer. Maybe I should try and get someone to brew one sometime. That might be fun. Okay, that's me done for today. I will see you again soon. Bye.